So the next day I let Casey know I had the regulator.
Are you there?
Yeah, glad to hear your voice. Ready to get started?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Okay, good. So, I found the manual for the pump flow regulator. It looks like we need to calibrate it before it can be installed. Each of the pumps has different flow requirements, and that component tells the rest of the system where to route the water.
We should be able to figure this out.
I like that attitude. Okay, on the device, you should see a serial number. Read it to me.
473-0589-01.
Okay, now turn the dial until you get some feedback on valve A. Then tell me the number you see.
Feedback triggered on 55. The numbers turned green.
Okay, good. 55. According to the manual, valve B should be tuned to 28 degrees.
Valve B to 28. Got it.
Perfect. Okay, last valve. One second. There we go. Valve C should be set to 67.
Valve C set. All numbers green.
Awesome. Okay, almost there. Now it says, depress the automatic confirmation mechanism. Looking at the diagram here, it's a big round button. Should be obvious.
All right. Big round button pressed.
Yes! Okay, we're calibrated. Now you need to install this sucker into the pump. The pump, it's located outside of St. Vincent's Church. Beacon lights will be on to help find it, so that's good. Of course, it'll probably attract walkers, so that sucks. Just be ready. The systems down here will let me know when you've installed the regulator. Oh, and one more thing. A little tip that should make life a bit easier and scavenging more fruitful since, we're colleagues now. Right? The tower has a radio station, number 47, that broadcasts any significant discoveries in the city and the current schedule for stirring the herd. Might be wise to tune in before heading out for the day. Privileged intel, so, let's keep it between us. All right, gonna take a few moments to clear my head. I'll contact you when it's time for the next step. Good luck, and thanks.
So now I had to install the regulator, but first I headed to the ward to get that intel from May. She seemed like a stand-up girl and I liked her. Plus I was getting some extras every time I followed up on one of the leads. So that was a nice bonus. I found the place without much trouble, but it was heavily guarded. Again, I opted for the back door, just like life before all this, really. More goons. I was going to have to get creative. Luckily, I found a less conventional route. I was in. It was time to move like a ghost. The nice thing about operating in a zombie apocalypse is that gunfire usually doesn't draw much attention. Gunshots are just a normal thing anymore. People barely notice.
Who's there?
They were still blissfully unaware of me. Missing that shot changed all that. Strangely, the perimeter guards didn't seem to notice anything during that gunfight that happened 20 feet behind them. They must have been the lower tier troops. I found the intel and a couple bonus prizes.
The traitor bitch has been exploiting tower safe routes, so we are switching things up. Keep her on her toes. Maybe even rid the outskirts of some exiles while we're at it. New stirring schedule below. Georgia.
They still had no idea that I was near. I never understand why, but don't look a gift whore in the cooch, right? I'll take it.
It's so hot the way you dominate all these people who are weaker than you. It makes me quiver with delight and drip with longing. That's just how things should be, right?
I couldn't have said it better myself. Thanks, Gladipsy. I dropped the intel off at the coffin and went to bed. The next day I got some leads on supply drops from the tower radio frequency.
Medical cache confirmed. Rampart. Herd stir canceled. Via Corolla. Food stockpile discovered. Old Town.
Installing the pump sounded like it was going to be a bitch, and I was running low on damn near everything, so I went to work. After all that, I felt a little better about my odds, so I headed to St. Vincent's. Casey was right. There were a lot of pus bags, but I had a surprise for them. I'll get to be my guinea pig. Turns out installing the pump wasn't difficult at all.
Is anything difficult for a force of nature such as yourself, handsome?
Not yet.